this knife is what caused the fatal injury. Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then and if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the body, I guess. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Yeah, it looks like there's this tattoo right here on her arm. And I'm pretty sure Kyoko would wear gloves, right? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand has been added. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but actually maybe don't correct me. But I'm pretty sure Kyoko was wearing gloves, right? Is it gonna show? Not gonna show her. Oh, where's she at? Yeah, damn it. I feel like I remember seeing her wear gloves, so. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Oh, from when we put her out. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis has been added. Okay. Check the midsection. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Okay, check the bottom. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Okay, I think that's it with this body. Looks like there's... Oh. Yeah, these look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. It does not look familiar to me. Is that like a picture frame or something? What is that? But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Where? I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Let's check the chickens. See if the chickens are fine. 1, 2, 3. A chicken is missing. I count 4 chickens. 4. Why is there a chicken missing? What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Yato and to focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop, chickens. I want to check the shed as well. There was something in the Monokuma file about the body being hit with like a metal beam or something. So I want to see if there's... Oh, this room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Yeah, I want to see if maybe one of these tools or something were used. But yeah, there's something there. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Let's take a look. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp has been added. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Let's just check the stuff. Power button, nothing to do with the case. Let's check out the pickaxe. There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mundo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mundo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. Let's see, anything else? Nope. These tools have nothing to do with the case. Okay, I think that might be it for the tool shed. Let's check the plant. The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Let's see. Let's go ahead and talk to these people here. Katami Makoto, I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hito's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hito, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hito in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah. Especially since I was the one that had this knife in my room. Yeah. So 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and oh well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Wasn't it around like 9 o'clock or something? Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was like 9 o'clock, right? But when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been around 9 o'clock. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. And there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the ground, I didn't see any on the ground. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Huh. Interesting. Well, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So, thank you, too. Yeah, so, was the body killed somewhere else? It's bound with the controls to sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that time positively couldn't be changed. Is maybe that why the body was wet or something, and not because of the water I threw on it? Could the sprinklers maybe have cleaned up maybe some of the blood or something? I guess the body was discovered at 9, so they could have been dead by 7:30, I think. And the sprinklers could have been on to kind of clean up some of the blood or something. Okay. Hold on. So those sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? If the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Well, I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, doesn't Byakuya have it? Yeah. I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options. Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if you'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya, if you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different sprinklers. There was the, oops, not the map. There was the tarp that we found. That one was wet and filthy with mud and grime. So maybe the tarp could have potentially been used to transport the body if the body was murdered somewhere else. Yeah, body was murdered somewhere else. Sprinklers went off, and then after the sprinklers were done, they moved the body. Maybe. Then how did one of the chickens get out? Alright, I'm pretty sure it'll tell us on the map what room. We need to check out the gym. Okay, I think we need to go to the gym. Yeah, I think that's it. Just alright. Yeah, let's just fast travel there. Anything inside the display case or trophies and other items? Honestly, I'm getting kind of bored looking at it. Alright, so let's go in. Let's see. What's that piece from Monokuma? Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. Oh, it's the bomb. I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body have been updated. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. So, somebody took the bomb after we dismantled the Monokuma robot. And I guess while we were at the headmaster's room, while we were trying to break in, somebody was, I guess, rigging up the dead body with the bomb or something, and maybe moving the dead body. Okay. Let's head back to Byakuya. Map. There we are. Alright, let's talk to Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay. Oh, there he is. Let's talk to him. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click. It's opened. Looks like it. Thanks. Alright, let's head inside. Doesn't look like there's anything too out of the ordinary, except for that file or something on the table. So, this is Kyoko's room. What is this? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration. Okay. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The There's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Let's see, I guess let's check our bathroom. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Oh, I think that might be it. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this? Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. That's all that was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Her bed sheets. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Student registry. Oh, Mukuro Ikusaba, sex, female. And then some other stuff written. Class numbers, number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. Okay. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Is that why she had the, wolf tattoo on her hand? Right, because I believe Fenrir is like some mythological dog or something like that. So maybe that's why she had the that wolf tattoo on her hand. So maybe the dead body isn't Kyoko. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. photos profile have been added. Okay. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. And that's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it. And that's where we're gonna stop today's video. We'll continue on investigating and hear what Byakuya has to say in the next episode. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video.